Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. I'm glad to see that everybody had a good weekend. Well, I'm hoping everybody had a good weekend anyway. I had an alright weekend. It was kind of a nice relaxed weekend. Kind of fought through a little bit of a sick illness a little bit here and there, but just a normal cold and sinus congestion. But other than that, we've made it to a new week. We're going to start going. I'm going to try streaming every day this week, Monday through Friday, at 11 o'clock. Between 11 and 11:15, I'll probably start up a stream. I might do another stream at nighttime. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, depending on who's all streaming and everything else, because I like watching a couple other people stream, such as Big E and Clutch and them guys. So we'll see what's going on. I am going to throw a curveball your guys' way. My little nephew wants me to stream some gameplay with him on one of his favorite games, which is Fortnite. So we might even do a night stream. I don't know when. It'll be sometime this week though. So just to give you guys a heads up, I do stream every day, Monday through Friday, at 11 o'clock. I try hitting it. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit that little bell so it'll remind you and let you know when I come on or if I post any videos. And you will be seeing videos coming out this week. I have a couple map tours or introduction to maps, as I would like to call it. That's going to come out this week, and I got a couple more how-to videos I want to do. And there might be a little bit of a surprise. I might go over and stream with Big E sometime this week. I'm going to get a hold of him after this, after I get done streaming here, and let him know or see when he wants to maybe do that, maybe get together, throw some ideas, toss around, stuff like that. But once again, thanks for coming in and checking me out, and let's get to it. So we'll fire her up. I don't know if we got... there it is. Okay, now it's up. So here we are on Elm Creek. We're on day 6, or month 6. So we're at our halfway point. The way I feel by the end of the day, we should be somewhere in the $200,000 range. I would like to see us. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen or not. We'll see once we get in here. So we'll load her up. And there she is. Well, we're 6 o'clock in the morning. So we'll do our morning chores real quick. We'll just go over here and assess our greenhouses. Looks like we got 2 pallets of lettuce that we can haul away. And I'm going to go ahead, turn my flashlight on, and we'll move this pallet of honey off to the side to see if there's any more that'll pop up. So, doesn't look like we have much going on here. Let's go over and check our chickens out and see how they're doing. Since we're in the winter months, we might do more than 1 month this time around, and we still have just a little bit of eggs. That's it. So these chickens, we might want to go ahead and, I don't think we can add any more chickens to this pen, but we'll see what we can do about maybe getting some more eggs to be produced. Just so everybody knows, I don't run my webcam when I'm doing gameplay, just due to the fact that I want you guys to see everything that's on the screen. So we're going to grab little deer here, and we are going to look at a couple fields and see what we got. I don't think our silage bales are ready to go quite yet. Might need to turn on some lights. We'll go ahead and top the chickens off here in a second. So this field should be still growing. So let's see. Yep, that one's still growing, and this one's still growing too. This is our wheat field that we put in. So we have some chicken feed. We'll go out and check the front field and see where it's at, because we might be able to mow it today and bale off some bales. We'll come up here, see where we're at. Oh, that doesn't look too big. It still says it's growing, so we probably got another day left on that before we can harvest that one. So I'm not going to sell off any lettuce. We only got 1-2 pallets, and we only got 1 pallet of honey, so we might let that stuff build up for a little bit. Our silage bales probably won't be ready until around lunchtime, which I'm going to speed time up to 5. And it's looking like they're about 72%. So we will wait for a little while on that, taking them down to the market. So we just finished up doing morning chores, and like I said, I'm not gonna haul off 1 pallet of honey and 2 pallets of lettuce. We'll let that build up a little bit there, so we don't need to worry about that. So we'll check on our chickens, see how they're being, if their feed is still doing good. We might end up having to buy some chicken feed before the winter is over with, but I don't think we will have to. Doesn't seem like they're going too well. So we'll check on our chickens in our animal menu here. Looks like the productivity is at 100%, so that's pretty good. Their feed is still in the green. We're going to go ahead and top it off though. Our 30 chickens sure ain't producing a lot of eggs. We might look into maybe buying a bigger egg pen today. Maybe. I'm not going to get too crazy into the animals. So we'll top their feed off here. Give them a little bit of wheat to top them off, and that should get them by for the day. So we'll unhook from that trailer. And pretty much, we already done checked their fields. We don't have no field work. Now we do have one field over here that we could plow and lime, or plow, rock pick, and lime. Whoa, almost ran over Big E there. But I don't think that we're in January, so we won't be able to start putting anything in there until March. So it ain't a real big hurry to get this field here all taken care of. Now what we can do, and this is a thought that I had this morning, after it gets some light out here, we could do some mowing right here. Maybe bale up a couple bales and take them over to the farm and let them ferment up a little bit. This is a nice little grass patch right here. We probably won't get a lot of bales out of it, but we might get some. But while we're right here, I'm going to go ahead and cut some trees down because I don't like them right here, and that'll be getting in our way later on. So as everybody knows, I have one of the mods that I have installed is the lumberjack mod. Well, where's my chainsaw? Must not have bought a chainsaw yet. So I always buy a chainsaw. I can't believe I don't have one. So what we'll do, we'll come down here, look at chainsaw, we'll go ahead and buy us a still. Ain't nothing better than a still. I'll tell you that, guys. So we might have to end up backing out because I might not have the lumberjack mod installed. Yeah, I do. So I'm just going to get rid of these trees. We're not going to chop them up and stuff like that. There's only a couple of them and we won't get very much for it. Now, if you're doing this yourself, I do recommend that you go ahead and chop them up. Every little bit helps. But this tree here would be the one to go for, but I think right now we're just going to cut them down, get them out of the way, so we can mow this right here. And then we'll bale it up and let them sit. This is one of them spots that we could do. And in the winter months, this is when you kind of do your building. You know, make your paths, clear some trees out of the way, make some new fields, stuff of that nature. So you'll see me doing that a lot on a lot of my builds and my farm builds and farm gameplays. Which I am excited to say, I am going to start up next week a new gameplay. I got a new map that I've been playing on right now, and I just want to say it's, besides No Man's Land, I really like this map, and it's the Michigan map, and it's kind of paying off. I'm going to do something a little different on that one, and so make sure that if you haven't hit subscribe and hit that little bell. That way you'll be able to know when them are coming out next week. So, without further ado, we will jump in our tractor and little deer. Like I said, I'll mow this when it gets light out so I can see a little bit better. And we'll go ahead and mow all around this field. And that'll give us some more silage bales to sell off tomorrow. Or next month, I should say. Another thing, you know, we could even mow around this field here. I don't know how much we'll get, but we'll go ahead and kind of mow around all our fields and see what we can get. The ones in the back, I don't think we're going to get very much on. So, but we might go back there and mow the pathways. I'm thinking about in this episode too that I might go ahead and put a roadway in and stuff like that. Okay, so as you see, we're all done for the day, pretty much, other than going over and mowing that little bit of grass that's over there. And you're probably asking, well, Bonehead, how are we supposed to make any money today? Well, we can sell off our silage bales, but you're gonna get like $30,000-$40,000 out of them silage bales. So, and we kind of want to be at the 200,000 mark by the end of this month. So, with that being said, there is another way that you can make money other than grass and logging and animals. It's called contracts. So, if you hit your menu button and you come to this two little papers here, it'll bring up contracts. And these are all the contracts that you can do. Now, there's tons of contracts here that, you know, 500, 800. Now, the cultivating contracts are okay. They're good. The plowing contracts, they're alright. They're going to be time consuming. And the good thing about the plowing contracts, sorry, is you have all this equipment for plowing and cultivating. You have a cultivator and you have a plow. So, you don't have to rent. But if you don't have it, you can rent it. And that's what this is right here. And it shows you a picture of what they're going to rent you. The more that the contract's worth is probably the bigger the field is. So just keep that in mind. And you can go in here and you can accept as many or up to 3 contracts right now, if you want to do that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and start making some money. So we'll accept this contract. Accept contract, and we'll accept this next contract. Since those two should be right near each other, so what I do is I go up here to my map, so 3 and 6 should be over here. Yep, see there's 6, up here. You got 1, 2, where's 3? Oh, 3's right there. So they're 2 little fields. So that's what we're going to be cultivating. And I'm sure that I kept the cultivator. Didn't I? It doesn't look like I did. I should be able to use the plow though, I think. No, we won't use the plow. So, with that being said, I thought we kept the cultivator, but I didn't. So we need to look and see if there's anything on sale in the store for a cultivator, which I don't see anything. There's that telehandler, well, that front loader, telehandler, whatever you want to call that right there. That thing's pretty cool. So there it comes, pops up for you guys. I'd get that one if I was you. But we got the, so it looks like we're going to have to get us a cultivator. So we'll go over here and look at the cultivators. We're going to spend a little bit of money, but we're going to make some money too. But we can lease it. Nothing says that we have to buy it. So I think we'll go with this one. And I'm just going to, oh, we got a silage bale in our store now. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put some BKTs on it. But yeah, we'll just leave them in there, the wheels and the 570. That's going to give us, doesn't say the width on it. So, but we can use it, and it needs 191 or 260 horse power. So we'll probably have to pull out Big Deer to do that. Which shouldn't be no big deal there. So 48,000, we'll just go ahead and lease it for the day. It's $2,000 to lease it. So now, I want to. You can have up to, I think it's three contracts activated at one time. So let's just look at that real quick. This to test that out. So you got field 3 and 6. So we'll go up there and do those. And you got 35, 36, and 38, 40. So them are all right. These all right here in here. So we'll accept that contract. Yeah, see, you already have, and you can only have 3 contracts active at the same time. Now, say like the situation that we were just in. Okay, with these 3 contracts, I can rent this tractor for $230. Rent the tractor and the cultivator, and that weight. And I could use that on all 3 of them because that's all contract work. So, what I'm looking at right here, right now, no, you're not going to make millions off of contracts, but it does bring something in to the farm. Right now, we got a $2,000 lease on a cultivator, so we need to make at least $2,000 in order to make it worth a profit. So, what you want to do, I got to run down to the store and get my cultivator. And then I want to double check, make sure we got enough horsepower with this tractor here. Little Deer, it has 175 horse. Big Deer only has 190. Oh well, I'm sure Little Deer will pull that just fine. Well, I don't want to tear up Little Deer too much, so we'll go get Big Deer, and we will run up and do some plowing or cultivating. Now, when you're cultivating and stuff too, a good rule is to look at if you need any repairs done to your tractor, which I'm just a little bit ways down, so I'm not going to worry about repairing my tractor right now. And you also want to check out your field. If you're going to be, or fuel, you want to check, if you're going to be traveling away from your farm, then you want to make sure you have enough fuel in your tractor, because you might go to an area that you're not too familiar with and you don't know where a fuel station is at. You can find one pretty easy by going to your map, but I always like being prepared. So we're going to come down here to the store, we'll pick up our cultivator, and we'll run up and knock out them 2 little fields there. Shouldn't take us that long, I wouldn't think. So but contract work is a good way of making a little bit of amount of money to keep you going and keep you up. There will be big contracts that will come up for you on bigger fields. The harvesting contracts are good because you can harvest I think it's up to 85% of the field for the contract. But then the other 15% of that contract is yours. So either if you're noticing that you might need some wheat, maybe oats or straw or something like that, you can go up to and do a couple contracts, and whatever you have left over after the contract is completed, you can have that, and then you make a little bit of extra money. So if you got a field that is going to pay you $8,000 to harvest it, so once you get the 85% of the field work done or the contract done, the other 15% of the grain is yours. So if you get 3,000 liters of wheat and it's selling for $1,000 for every 1,000 liters, well, there you got an extra 3,000 on top of that 8, and that's, right at $11,000 that you just made off that one little contract. And that's not a bad way to do it if you got the time. And like I said, in the winter months, that's the time that you need to do that. So and at the end of this episode here, I'll go over our halfway point and where we are standing compared to when we first started off. So, and yes, I do know that we're only 17,000 extra over our starting in cash, but you also got to look into your equipment, how much your equipment value is, and you got to look into how much land value you have. We might not do the equipment value right now, but today, well, I will go over the land value, and I will go over pretty much our net worth, I guess is the best way to say it. I'll make sure we're going the right way here. There's our little amp right there, so come up here. Yep, we should be good to go. Turn on the auto drive or the cruise control. But this is number 4 on how you can make cash other than doing crops. So just to give you a pointer. And I usually save contract work till, like, if I don't have nothing going on and it's 8 o'clock in the morning in game, then that's when I will start doing my contract work. And speaking of time, I'm going to slow the time down a little bit so we can get some contract work done today. So we'll take it down to farm work time, like I like to call it, which is 0.5. Oh, good old coffee in the morning. But this is one of them things that you can do if you want to, and if you don't want to do, you don't have to. But if you want to bring a little extra money in to keep your farm up and going, then this is the way it's going. We've spent $2,000 to lease a field cultivator for a day, so we'll go out and field cultivate, and then we might even go into doing some plowing. I can't remember if you can use the or the lizard plow to plow it or not. I just want to take a chance coming up here and not being able to use it. So it looks like our first field's coming up here. We'll drive through here. This is one of the sell points here. And I think field 6 is that one there that's got all the brown on it. So we will pull in there. I'm going to go ahead and unfold our cultivator. And we'll go ahead and pull in here and get some cultivating done. Yep, this is it. And it looks like a big deer is pulling just fine. So that's a good thing. Now, there is a couple mods out there. I haven't researched it to see if they are all platform or not. But one's called, one mod allows you that if you do a harvest on a contract and you have straw, that you can pick it up. How we doing, Lynn? I think you're a bot, but I'm not for sure. Moderator is sick today, so. But back to what I was saying, you have 2 mods that you can use with contracts. There's probably more too, but the ones I like to use. The other one is that you can turn it on, and when you harvest canola, it turns it into straw, so you get a straw swath off of it. So it allows you to pick up the straw. There's also a mod that you can pick straw up from any contract, and there is a mod that you can pick rocks up from any contract. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're starting off and you want some different ways of making money. That's not cheating by any means, because you're harvesting the field, and they're just going to throw away that. They ain't going to do anything with the straw. So they're just going to plow it over or have you plow it over. So, and same thing with rocks. The contract fields, they leave the rocks in the fields. They don't worry about picking them. So if you're doing a lime, then there's another way that you can make some money, and the way you do your lime is with a rock crusher. So if you have a rock crusher, and I do know that the rock crusher is through the Mod Hub and it is a cross-platform, so you can use that at any point in time you want. I think it's like $15,000 to get it, and then you can just dump your rock in and it'll make your lime for you. Or you can turn around and sell the lime if you're not going to use it. So just a kind of a food for thought thing there. And like I said, we're at our halfway point. I wanted to do a 12 episode deal with you guys, getting you started in your first year here in FS22. I picked Elm Creek out because everybody likes this map. Me personally, I like Hope Rayon, the French map. I love playing on it. I got probably like 250 hours on it, and I have a farm that averages like $2.5 million a month. So, but I have a lot of land and I have a lot of stuff going on that one. Then my second map that I decided to play personally was No Man's Land, and at an all-time high, No Man's Land will always be my favorite map. I like Spectacle Island. I'm hoping Alien Jim comes out with Spectacle Island for FS22, or maybe something a little like it but different. You know, that was a good map too in FS19. But I did, like I told you guys, I did find a new map, and I've been playing on it for the last couple days, and I'm really liking it. You know, it's like, I would say like Elm Creek's kind of like your starter map, and then No Man's Land's like a creative map, but I say this Michigan map is like a medium level map. It has medium to large size fields. The contract work is great. There's not too much. There is a lot of trees there, but I haven't messed around with forestry. I haven't had to really. And I'm just really kind of falling in love with that map. So I foresee that one being my next 100, 200 hour map. So we'll see. But I'm back to making the money. Once you hit your year marker, 6 month, a year marker, Um, go into the mod hub and see if there's any mods that might help you a little bit, make a little bit more money off things. A lot of people call them cheat mods. I don't necessarily call them cheat mods because, like collecting, I harvested the field. Why can't I have the straw off of it? That usually is the way it goes. You go and help somebody out, and more than likely you'll talk to them and ask them if they want that, and they'll tell you, no, I don't want it. So you'll get it, and 99% of the time when you're helping another farmer out and they don't need the straw, they ain't gonna take it. Now, a lot of farmers, if they're like, if you look up here in the right hand side of my screen, it says the contract field 6 is finished. Now, you don't have to finish out the field if you don't want to. I do it just as a, I guess, how you want to call that, a common courtesy thing. If I do a job, in real life, if I do a job, I like to do it and do it right. So, with that being said, if that's all just one pass. So now we're going to come up here to field 3, and we'll cultivate that field up. Field 3 is that little one over there. This is a nice little farm setup here. I've been up this way, I don't think. Kind of like it. That'd be a nice little starter farm if you could stay at the house, or if you can take the house out. So yep, we got number 3 here. Looks like crops went bad at this one. That ain't a big deal. And like I said, the contract work, you can make enough money to get the little things, is what I like to say. And like I said, it ain't hard, and if you've never done some of this stuff before, the contract work will help you out and give you a little bit of experience with that. Just let you know. So if there's like a cotton contract and you want to fill a fart around with some cotton and never done it before, there you go. It's right there for you, and yeah, it's a big help sometimes going and doing it for somebody else, and then you might have some time to do it for yourself. And get paid a little bit to do it. But the ones that I consider your money making ones will be your fertilizer one, because if you have a fertilizer wagon that holds a lot of fertilizer, you can go out and do 4 or 5 fertilizing contracts and not have to buy any more fertilizer. So, and then the fertilizer that you have left over from them contracts, you've paid for it, so it's yours. So, and that'll allow you to do some more contracts. And if I remember right, like fertilizers, like $1,500 per bag. So, and that'll give you 4,000 liters. So that, if you got a 12,000 liter thing, a field will only take, I don't know, depending on the field size, but if you do a bunch of medium-sized fields, you can get 4 or 5 fields off that one tank of fertilizer. So you invest $2,000 in the fertilizer and you make $10,000, so you got an $8,000 profit. Well, that's the one thing you want to kind of keep in mind with all this stuff. These contract work is that you're making a profit off of it. Because if you come up here and this field only pays you $400 and it took $400 of fuel, well, you ain't making no money. So there ain't really a reason to be doing it. So we're almost got this one knocked out. And like I said, the values of the contracts, it depends on the size of the field. Like this one here, I think was like $300, I think. And it's a little field. But if you could combine 3 or 4 of these, or 10 little fields at $300, that's $3,000, and you only put $150 worth of gas in, you know, you may have a good little chunk of change right there, the way I look at it. And the big thing is trying to make your farm a successful farm and do as much as you possibly can to make some money. So whatever you can do, you might have to end up doing it. So we got these 2 fields up here done. So when you get your field, I usually like doing my, if I group them up together, I like to get in that little group done and then I'll cash them out. So if you look, come back in here to your contracts. So it says we got 2 of them completed. We just made $1,300, roughly, maybe $1,400 off them 2 cultivating contracts. So I'll hit collect and collect. So I collected the money off of them contracts. It'll show up in your upper right hand side of your screen that you received a contract and how much that you received for it. If you want to check that out, you can come here to your money area and your contract income. We made $14.26 off them 2 little fields. So right now we're only in the negatives of $2,000 so far today. So that's pretty good. We should get out of there by the end of the day because we don't have them silage bills that we have to sell off and everything else. So we're sitting at 18 grand, 118 grand right now. And still take in mind, we can still borrow a little bit, some money to get some equipment if we need to, or more things, which I want to try staying out of that. So I don't want to go too far in debt. If we do get a loan, it won't be no more than 200 grand. So we got these 2 fields done. Our next location, let's go in our contracts here. I'm going to go ahead and set 36 and 38. You know, that'll give us over 10 grand right there in those fields. And there looks like a lot of cultivating contracts right now. And, you know, we got some that are going to be some big money. So we got 36, 38 right now. So let's go up to the map and see where 36 and 38 are, which they should be near our farm. There's 35, 38, and 36. So they're all over here by the cereal factory in Ball Diamond. So we're not too far away from us. And if you take and group these small contracts together, you won't burn as much fuel. And we really haven't burned a lot of fuel yet. But if you can get them where they're fairly decent in a decent area, then you make a little bit better profit off of it, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, there's a collectible up there. That is another way you can make some money off this, off these maps here in FS22 is collectibles. And we might do like if we're running low on things to do for a day or something like that, we might run around and try getting some of the collectibles. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to grab another cup of coffee. Alright, sorry about that. Had to run and get some new refill on my beverage here. So we'll head over to the ball diamond area and do some more cultivating. Probably by the time I get those 3 done, we should be in good enough time to go mow that little grassway. Nothing says we have to do it today, but around noon we'll check on selling off our silage bales that we have now. I kind of like doing my silage. I know it's a 3-day rotation on everything, so I kind of like having something each day to sell off for silage. So just to give you kind of a heads up on that. You know it's a 3-day rotation, so you want to try selling off 12 barrels a day or 12 bales a month, and that'll give you a basic income coming in every day. It ain't gonna be a lot, but it's a little bit. And if you ever get lost on where your next contracts are, just look at your map. The field number will be blinking. If you look in the lower left corner there of the field, or of my screen, it'll show you that 36, 38, and 35 are blinking. And that's the next ones that we gotta do. I don't know what that name is. It must be a bot, I'm thinking. So I only got 1 person watching and 2 people chatting away. If you're not a bot, welcome to the stream. If you are a bot, see you later. So we could probably take this way over to the field. No, I should have. We'll whip around here. Let's go back out to the road. Head down. Now field 38's right here. So we'll go ahead and take care of it. Now you see it was a little bit more money, but it's a little bit bigger of a field too. So this one might take us a little bit, but that's fine. Go ahead and drop that down and we'll get to cultivating. Now to keep your contract work up and going, you kind of want to go out and do some contract work. If you don't go out and do the contract work, then and here in FS22 they won't say, like, if you just do all harvesting and nothing else, they won't go out and rework these fields. They'll just leave them set. So it'll look like the one off to the left of us or the in front of us. So if you do start doing some contract work, make sure you go in and do a little bit of each thing. Of course, I don't recommend doing potatoes or sugar beets or sugar. I don't think they do sugarcane contracts or cotton right off the bat, unless you have your own equipment. So just keep that in mind when you're doing contract work. Now we'll do our headlands around the field so we can make sure we got a good little area. And here's a little town area here, which we've been here once or twice. That person needs to put some skirt on there. I'm gonna drive in their field a little, or yard a little bit. And with contract work, you can hire workers. Now, taking mine, that's going to take money away from you. So you might not make as much off of it. And if I'm doing a lot of contracts at once, I'll hire a worker. But I only got 2 tractors and 1 cultivator right now. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to lease another cultivator at this time. So I'll just wait. And I'll do it myself. It ain't no big deal there. I like farming. It lets me play the game a little bit. So, if you're ever curious, I don't ever, if I want to make a long run, I just cut it off right there. I go out a little bit so I make sure I get everything, but other than that, I just got, there's the ball diamond. They got the lights on. I wonder if they had a ball game this morning or a tournament or something today. It's January. It'd be kind of cold to be out there playing ball in January. Well, there's some places that do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and get her one little headland here done up. And of course, just like if you were doing your own farm, you want to try getting as much as possible done up. It will stop you a little earlier, but that's the way it does it. So you want to get it done and get it done right. This is the best way to do it. So and like I said, we don't have much going on at our farm, so we might as well go out and about, get to know some of the other farmers. Maybe they'll come help us out if we ever need it. And if you ever decide to play like multiplayer and stuff like that, this is kind of I don't know if there's contracts on multiplayer because I have never done multiplayer in FS. So I'm about to start that up. Like I said, I'm going to try getting with Big E today and see if we can't put something together maybe for one of these nights this week to get together and do a multiplayer on something together and start that up and do that each week. And I'll probably stream it. He'll probably stream on his channel, so I don't know how we'll do it. And sure, it'd be nice to have my GPS. But since console can't have GPS, I ain't going to use it. Well, this ain't too bad. These are fairly decent straight fields, so pretty easy to work, so it makes time go by. So anybody watched the NASCAR race yesterday? That was kind of a neat little thing to see. First time racing in the Coliseum. That looked real tiny, if you ask me. I don't know if anybody watches NASCAR, but got that and that the Pro Bowl. I didn't see, haven't seen any highlights of that stuff yet. So I did see a Facebook post on the NASCAR race. So, which, like I said, that looked pretty tiny if you ask me. Whoop, missed a little bit there. That's a nice thing about having GPS. You don't have like little misses like that. Of course, you make it look right. You just oh, kind of quiet in here today. I might have to see what I can do about maybe boosting this up. I don't want to stream into the night time because my house is pretty hectic. So this time right now is the quietest my house is. So plus we have a lot of stuff that goes on right now. My daughter plays volleyball. My son is in esports. So my wife works till 5, and then we have a couple TV programs we like to watch together. So, but that's the way it is. So this is probably the best time for me to stream. I can stream it after 8. I usually use that for my gameplay time. I'll probably leave that a little bit and then come back and get it after a while. But and contract work can be kind of boring. But like I said, if you use it right and do it right, you can do some things that maybe you can't afford to do on your farm, and it gives you a little bit of experience, a little bit a better way of doing stuff. Say like if you're not used to going on like these curves in this field, you can give you a little bit better of an idea of what you have to do it. Almost drove into the trees there. I should have done another pass. That gave me enough room to turn around. The tongue on this field cultivator is pretty long, so it kind of I don't have the turn radius, that, and I don't have turn radius with these older John Deeres, but they do the job. I'll tell you what. So I haven't used much of the John Deere equipment, so move that over so I don't leave a little rooster tail there. I might square this off here in a second. Whipped around here. Now, all this stuff that I am going over with you guys and telling you and showing you how to do, you can do that on any app that you want to. So if you don't want to start on Elm Creek, you can go to Haltbjorn or the other base map, and pretty much utilize this stuff on any map that you really play on. And I'll show you that over the course of time and everything else as it goes. You'll see that I pretty much, this is how I do all my stuff. So, and in a way, I found that this is the best and easy way, and it keeps me from getting bored with the game. Started downloading some maps off of second site, or not the mod hub, but the other sites. But if you're gonna do that, I'd be careful. There's a lot of trash out there right now. You can download some stuff that'll, you'll get like tractors that don't have wheels, or planters that don't have nothing on them. It's just like you'll see the marker arms just floating in there. So kind of be careful what mod sites you go to and stuff like that. And I wouldn't download a mod that a lot of people haven't downloaded unless you know for sure that it's a decent one. Because sometimes, whoops, raise that, hit the wrong button. Sometimes them mods out there, modded equipment ain't all what it's all cracked up to be. Because for some reason, there's a bunch of idiots out there that are making mods that don't even work. So just kind of pay attention to where some of your streamers, your content creators, where they go, and then you can go to them sites and download. I've downloaded, like I said, a couple things that just was funny. I had one that was just a tire, but I could hook it up to a cultivator and plow with it. I thought it was kind of funny. I was going to do a video about that, but I hadn't done it yet. So, but like I say, you just gotta be careful. And there's lots of things that you can do for mods that make the game fun. Like you can download classic cars and stuff like that. And like I said the other day, there's just so many ways that you can go with Farm Sim. And I'm going to kind of show you that in my next gameplay, my next series. We're going to do something a little different. So, when I'm getting it all put together, it should be ready we could start streaming it next Monday. Hey there, Big E. How you doing, bud? I was going to get a hold of you after this stream. Glad to see that you popped in. Well, thanks for jumping in and saying hello. I appreciate it, bud. Did my alert come through to you just fine, Big E? Well, you know, it's going today. A lot better than yesterday, I guess you could say. Well, yesterday wasn't really that bad, but you know, got a lot of game time in. Spent a little time with the wife and the kiddos. How was your weekend? Okay, that's cool. My moderator said that he didn't get a notification that I was streaming, so that's why I was just curious. That's good that you had a good weekend. Huh? Whose stream did I see you in the other night? Was it Driver 53's? I was in there. Yeah, you gotta have some of them quiet weekends, everyone. Alright, I'll holler at you later today or something about doing that stream together. I'm gonna find a way to put my coffee pot right here near my PC. Already out another cup. I also have to go to the little boy's room, but I'll be right back here in a second. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Got refill. Things saying let's get back to forming here. Looks like we're back in a normal area, so I don't have to worry about that little hook. Like I said, the turning radius on this tractor ain't the greatest, but it works. I'm really liking the John Deere and fence. Or not the fence, but the cloth. Yeah, the fence. The fence is the ones I started playing with on county line. In case you guys didn't catch the other day's stream, I lost all my county line stuff for some reason. I went to fire it up Saturday and it told me that I couldn't find the file. It happened once before to me on FS19. I lost the whole gameplay series on one of the maps on FS19, and I was kind of discouraged about that, but so I don't know if when I was doing a little cleaning up or whatnot, if I hit the wrong button or what, but it's all gone, so maybe I'll try doing another county line a little later on. I got a couple other maps that I want to do gameplays on. I'm not going to do one on Calmsden, or Clamsden, as somebody would say. But I am going to do I'm going to try doing gameplays on maps that people aren't really running on. I'm thinking just to shoot myself in the foot. I think I'm just going to do a gameplay on that construction map. Maybe make my own like little town and farm and everything else like that. And just kind of like a 30-40 minute video every day. Or every other day or something like that. I think that's going to be what my gameplay is. And then I'm going to go to the Michigan, start streaming the Michigan map next week. So, because we should be wrapping up with this series on Friday is what my game plan is for this week. So, and I'm gonna put my stream schedule on my homepage there so everybody will know when I'm actually gonna be streaming. But just in case you don't see it or whatnot, and you're watching the stream right now, I am gonna stream all this week, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna start doing that, and we'll start streaming at 11 until springtime hits. Once springtime hits, my streaming might go down a little bit, but it shouldn't. It'll be maybe go down to 3 days a week, or I will do a lot of weekend stuff. And I might look into doing something on Sunday nights. Just maybe like a little fun thing, or maybe get some of my little boneheads in here to farm with us on a multiplayer, get a server up and going. So I don't know yet. I'm still tossing around some ideas. We should be getting a Discord in the next couple days. My son's going to help me set that up. I think we're going to work on that tonight. So, but I'm also rearranging my whole command center here, that I would say too. So we'll start on that this afternoon and then get everything put in. I got a new monitor I need to put in, and I did get my software for my video editing this morning. So we are going to go from a 2 PC system to a 3 PC system with 5 monitors, I think is what we're going to run. So my son does video editing. That's something that he likes to do, so he's gonna kind of help me out a little bit. My other son, he wants to be a bartender / coder. So he lives out in Vegas with his mom, and pretty proud of that little guy. He's a freshman in high school. My other son is a sophomore in high school. So both my boys, they do real good. My daughter, I'm she's a handful at times, but I love that little redhead to death. She tries hard a lot, and I'm really proud of her. Kind of hard on her, but I want her to succeed in life. You know, not have to worry about worrying or relying on anybody else to do things for her. Which every dad's like that, so. My wife, she's a store director for the local grocery store here in where I live at, which it's a pretty big chain. She likes her job a lot, so she does pretty good. Other than that, that's my whole family. I do have a niece and nephew that mean the world to me. My nephew, he's my gaming buddy. We play Fortnite together a lot, which, like I said, I'm going to try putting together a stream this week for me and him. It'll be here on this channel. Probably only be like 1 or 2 episodes if I do it on this channel. So, but my niece, she's a big time dancing person, so I got a sister that she is going to school to be, I think, a teacher's aide or a teacher. I can't remember off the top of my head what she's going to do. You'll see her on here every once in a while. She pops in and watches. She's probably like one of my biggest supporters. So, and she's probably busy doing homework right now, is why she's not in here today. But you know, the whole getting started here in FS22 isn't as hard as what you might think it is. And the biggest thing I want you guys to remember when you're starting up your farms is it's like anything else you do in life. It's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of work. So you can, but if you want to get into running the big stuff, you can always throw in them signs that I showed you. That'll get you money faster and more land and stuff like that. But if you're just wanting to have a realistic gameplay and stuff like that, this is kind of a mediocre way of doing it. I didn't do it from scratch, so and I don't also just go put as much money in as I want. But this is how I like to play, and I wanted to show you guys it, and maybe give you guys a little bit of show you a little bit different way. I like the way Big E, he does his stuff too, so. But if you guys are on here watching today and you haven't checked out Big E Farming, go ahead and go over there and check him out. He has a lot of good content. Like I said before, and I've said it many times, he does a good job. I really appreciate the help that he's gave me, and I really appreciate the content that he puts out. So make sure you guys go over and check him out. If you like him, hit a like. Subscribe to him, and make sure you hit that bell for him. And if you guys need his link, I have it posted down in my links. It's right next to my Facebook page link. So go check him out. He does a good job. Oh, hit the wrong button. I do that a lot. You guys do that a lot? Hit the wrong button all the time. Oh, in a day's time, I hit the wrong button like 17 different times, I bet. Did it again. I was watching, yesterday, catching up on farm. I like Farm Sim Guy too. He has some good content. But he was showing that terraforming, and I can't remember the guy, the modder's name that does the mining equipment off the top of my head. But he was saying that dang it, I need to quit talking and driving. Um, that'd be kind of hard if I'm a streamer. But anyway, he was showing that how to use that terraforming, and he said that he had 2 joysticks. And I got to thinking about that. I kind of tossed around the idea about getting a steering wheel, but I just haven't sold myself on it. So I was kind of curious. Some of the tractors and stuff that are out there nowadays, you have stick driving abilities. They're kind of like if you were in a skid steer or a zero-turn mower. So I'm wondering how that would work out on driving a tractor with joysticks. I don't know. If anybody's ever done that before, let me know. I'm thinking about getting a steering wheel, like I said. But I really don't. I'm not a real big fan of the first person because it feels like I can't see everything like I can here when I'm in the third person. But a lot of people use the steering wheel, and I don't know, that terraforming stuff looks fun. I might start dabbling around in that. That's what I'm thinking about doing with the construction map, is turn the terraforming on it and just build my own area. Use that map and then build my own little town, farms, whatnot. Maybe call it Boneheadville or something like that. And just kind of something a little different to go and do on. I do like Oxygen David's map, though. It is nice, but I'm not a big. Everybody has their different styles of fields that they like to field. These fields here I like doing. I have no problems with them. I like the square, flat fields. Some people like circle fields. Some people like the odd shaped fields and stuff like that. That's their thing. That's why I'm not a big fan on it. And it seems like everybody's streaming on that map right now. So, but I will say though, the Michigan map I like it a lot. There is a couple little things that I've noticed over the past couple of days that I'm kind of hoping that'll get fixed with some updates or something like that. But other than that, I haven't really found too much I don't like about it. And the construction map I'm talking about, all it is just a flat version of this map. I don't know how that got put on the mod hub, but it did. So, and I can understand why the person did what they did. There's a lot of people out there that like to go in, and when they get a map, they'll go in and they'll just delete a bunch of stuff and remove a bunch of things and make their own fields and everything else and get a running gun at it. A lot of people did that with County Line this year, and it's kind of cool if you get a chance to go check out a lot of stuff. Big E, he did a real good job on his County Line map build. Clutch simulations. I think it was Clutch, Tactical, 4B. I'm not sure the last one. There's 4 of them. They did a build off and streamed it, and in like 3 hours, they made some pretty good maps. But there's a bunch of people that did farm builds on County Line, and there's a bunch of people that's done farm builds here on Elm Creek. And that's one of the things I like the most about this game, is that it doesn't matter what you do on the game. You can make it your own and whatnot, or you can just, okay, well, this is the farm that they gave me. I'll start off with it, and we'll run that way, and that's fine too, But there's just so many ways that you can go in this game, and that's what makes it such a great game. You don't have to just sit here and farm. You can, I'm getting on one of them ramps again, like I was the other day, but that's what one of the good things is. And starting off on this game is great. My daughter plays it on her phone, and she doesn't have half the stuff that I can do. So she gets kind of frustrated. She goes, "Well, Dad, I don't have them. I can't make my tractors pink." you know, well, hon, there's more to making a farm than having pink tractors. But she likes her pink tractors, and she plays here on my computer every once in a while. But my brother-in-law, he started playing, and he says, "I can't." After listening to you talk about it all the time and everything else, and I start watching your streams, because I streamed for like 2 weeks on Facebook, and then I switched over to YouTube. So just kind of let you guys know, if you go to my Facebook channel, you'll see some of my earlier stuff, and a lot of it was trying to get used to the streaming and talking and everything else like that, and before I jumped over here on YouTube. Then I jumped over here on YouTube and I think I was sitting at like 15, 16 followers, and had almost 12 videos. And then for some reason, my son's account was interfering with my account, so the chat wasn't working right, and ended up deleting my first Bonehead Inc. account and lost everything. And so we started up this new one, and it's had a little slow go to it, but we're coming up pretty decent. I can't be unhappy about that. Trying to get my name out there a little bit, It's kind of a name that a lot of people won't forget once you hear it, though. But to be honest with you, it's the actual name of the business that I started up. So I hoping this summer, the spring, summer, and fall, that I can get a little bit more. And I'm sitting at about 288 yards right now that I finish. So, which, if anybody knows anything about lawn care, that's not too bad of a little thing. But we take care of all the finishing work. We do some mowing, but we don't do a lot of it. We do a lot. I have a guy here in town that we take care of all of his finishing work. He doesn't put a weed eater in his hands at all. That's my goal. Weed eater or edger, leaf blower, none of that. And we take care of all. He goes and mows it, and we make it look good, is what I say. That's my business's motto. And I help him out in the wintertime with snow removal and do the finish work. I take care of getting all the sidewalks in front of the garages taken care of. We have a town square here in town, and I go up and snow blow all that off. If you go and check out my Facebook page later, I'll have a picture of what I look like after about 4 hours up there out in that cold during this last snowstorm. Which, it's kind of nice being your own boss. And I really like the lawn care profession. And thankful to my wife that she has a good, decent job like she has, so kind of helps out in the wintertime. But we've done pretty good this winter. So got over 60 hours of snow removal in already this winter. When I only got 12 last year. So we're not doing too bad for our first year. But I live in a little small farm town, so for where we live at, we don't do too bad. I used to make like this plow or this chisel plow here that I'm pulling right now. I used to weld stuff like that. Did that for almost 12 years. Started off as a spray painter and then went into welding and became a supervisor. Or they call us lead, but I was in charge of the whole shift. I was on third shift. I do all the robot programming, well, not programming, but touch-ups, and get everything set up and ready to go for my guys that worked for me. But we did rotary hose and the drills that John Deere has. They all come from where I worked at. So this one field here. Hope the other ones ain't this big. But like I said, we could spend the whole day doing contract work, making a little bit of extra cash. Kind of disappointed in the chickens. I thought the chickens would boom out, but then I got to thinking about it. I only got 30 of them, so they ain't gonna produce a lot. So. Oh, I'll have to check my schedule. I think my daughter has a volleyball game tonight. Not sure on that one though. Poor little girl, she tried so hard to play volleyball this year, but almost every one of their games has been snowed out, and she messed up on a homework assignment and became ineligible for a week. So that's they've only played like 2 games this season. So I'm hoping this week she can get some. I think her season ends next week, so hoping she can get in and do some playing and get some play time this week. Go up and watch her. And I'll show you too, if you get to the point where you don't want to do any more contract work and you have a contract that you've accepted, you can just delete it if you don't want to do it or you don't have the time to do it. I'm gonna speed time up here after this field. And like I said, I want to go get that grass mowed before noon. So on noon gameplay time. And then we should be able to sell off our other silage bales. And there'll be a little bit of extra money. And you can also leave the contract work activated. Nothing says that you have to get it done right now, especially like cultivating and plowing. You got a couple months that you can do that in, just so you know. Just make sure that you go in and claim your payment. So I'm gonna go check out the other field sizes. If they're not as big as this one, then we'll knock them out before we go mow. But, and like it just popped up there in the screen that we're done with this one. A lot of people just go ahead and leave it. But like I said, I got a good work ethic. I like finishing a job that I'm getting paid to do. So I carry that into my gameplay. Sorry if that's a bad thing, but a lot of people don't think it is. And sometimes contracts that you do accept will get done even though you've accepted them. So, the farmer will go in and do it. The AI does it itself. So if you have accepted a contract and it disappears, that's probably what happened. Which that happens in real life sometimes, so don't get too discouraged about that. And we pretty much almost got this field done. And it took us about an hour game time. I don't mind doing this stuff here. This is what makes the game relaxing. So we'll get this done. Then we'll head over to the next field and try getting it done. Uh-oh, got a message. Oh, Clutch just posted something. Oh, dang shoe places. Now that's getting kind of frustrating. I found out that if you sign up for some of these reward clubs and stuff like that, that you get a pretty good discount on stuff. And when you have kids that are playing in sports and stuff like that, my kids go through tennis shoes. I don't know about anybody else's kids, but my kids can wear out a pair of tennis shoes faster than anybody. And we got this little field right here. We'll knock it out. But I just find it amazing that these companies will just keep sending me messages. I was just in there yesterday and bought a pair of tennis shoes, and you guys are sending me, oh, you can get $100 off this, $100 off that. Yep, I had my elevator down there. I meant to square it off a little bit here. Let's be able to get in there. And the other thing I was talking about in another stream was the seasons mode. I feel that the seasons being an automatic thing on the game is awesome. Because, like, when I played in FS19, I didn't play with seasons at all. I got a late start to playing with FS19, and like I said, I think I've only been playing for a little over a year now. Maybe 2. I can't remember. No, it's about a year and a half, I'd say. But what I found, and I watched several videos before I started playing this game on YouTube and Twitch. But the seasons, when you played in FS19, you had a choice that you could download the seasons mod and play, and I never really got into it too much. I watched some videos on it, but I never really played it too much. But when FS22 came out, seasons was automatic. You could turn seasons off, but I don't see why you'd want to, because like in FS19, you could plant a field today and then come in and harvest it tomorrow, you know. So you're constantly doing planting and harvesting, planting and harvesting. We wasn't getting much time to do other things, in the depth. Like now with seasons, you can plant a field and then 9 months later you go back in and harvest it. And I think that's so much better because you get to play so much more of the aspects of the game, such as your livestock. You can do production work. They introduced production chains. They had production in FS19, which was your global companies, but not like it is in game now. So if you wanted a bakery in FS19, you had to go download the bakery, and you had to go load global companies, production work for bakery, and all this other stuff. So you had to have like 3 or 4 mods that you had to download in order to do it. But now it's automatically base game, and so now you can play around with it, like the greenhouse thing. I used to do potato greenhouses in FS19, just so I'd have potatoes for my pigs, because I didn't really want to do the potato field work. So when an FS22 came out, greenhouse, you could do tomatoes, lettuce, all that stuff. And I'm not 100% sure if you could do that in greenhouse work on FS19, but hey, that's one of the things that's great about FS22. If you want to get into doing some other things, you can, because it's there and it's offered. Since I got this hillside here, I'm going to go ahead and do, on this end, I'm going to do a double pass. Double headland. Give myself plenty of room to turn around. Like I said, the turn radius on this isn't the greatest, so. But back to what I was saying is, that's why I like FS22 so much more than FS19. And FS19 was a good game. That's where I got started playing and everything else. But like I said, if you do it right and you time everything out right, there's so many opportunities and different things you can do. I know some people are starting to get into making wine and whiskey and stuff like that. I think I even seen a mod the other day come across Facebook for beer. So, which that's all going to be secondhand places, but it's there, and there's an option to do it. Been looking at maybe getting a small part-time job for nighttime to kind of bring a little bit of extra money in. And I keep getting messages from this one company that wants me to come work for them. So I think after this stream I'll go check them out and see what they got to offer. It's amazing all the jobs that are out there right now. I know in my area, if you can't find a job right now, you're doing something wrong. Everybody's hiring. Yeah, I just like to find a little something. Maybe if I can work from at home on my own schedule, that'd be great. One of my friends, he just got a job the other day working for a company out of Chicago that all he does is sit at home and the company will send him uh, 10 to 25 people that he has to email. And they give him a template program and everything else, and he just sits there and writes out the emails that they want him to write out and sends them off. And what he's telling me, he's making $250 a day and only has to work 4 days a week. And he says he gets it all done in like 2-3 hours. And that just brings in a little extra money for him. He said he just got his first paycheck the other day. And he said it wasn't a great paycheck, but it's a nice little second income. He says he could take and tell them if he wants to take on more. So, kind of hoping I can find something maybe like that. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind. I don't mind going out and working. I just kind of like to have something after I get done mowing, to come home and sit in front of my computer screen for an hour or two a day. Spring's really creeping up real fast, and we'll have to get the rest of our fall cleanups that we didn't get to because of weather done up, and shrubs, get them all pruned up and ready to go for the year. So a couple months here we'll be up and going pretty hard. Alright, give me a second here. I'm going to go grab me another cup of coffee. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got me my last cup of coffee for the day. I'll tell you what, if you guys are coffee drinkers out there, good coffee to drink, Black Rifle. I think it's got a good flavor to it. So, if you guys are coffee drinkers, I'd give that a try. Plus, it helps supports veterans, and I'm a veteran. I was in the Navy for 5 years, so I like helping out programs like that. I could have swore I raised that. I must not have. Gonna speed her up a little bit so we can get through some time here. Go back to 5. Looks like we're almost at 2 hours in stream. Dang, that time flies. We've almost been streaming for 2 hours. Huh. Well, that's the good thing about this. This is we can. I'm tired of this tight turning. This tractor just doesn't want to turn as sharp as I'd like it to. Might help if I raised it up too. I'll raise it up this time. It'd be nice if there's like a little button or a little light that would show up to let you know your equipment's still down. or it's up, or, you know, something that you could look at. I'm sure there's probably something out there that somebody's created that you could do that with, but I sure am making this little field take forever. But I don't have a very big cultivator, but it gets the job done. That's all that matters. And we don't have any mods on for like speed or anything else like that, so just so you guys know, it's all just base game stuff right now. Two mods I do have downloaded is Lumberjack and my F12 mod. So, and then both, I don't know if you can get Lumberjack on console or not. I know the F12 button mod you can't, because it's and I just use that to help out with my streaming. If I need to do something real quick, show you guys things or something like that, I use it. But it's only for instructional use only, so that's the only mods that we got. Oh, and I do have I do know you can get the plow for regular, for all blah, 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 blah. Can't talk right now for some reason. You can get the 6M and 9M plow on all platforms. So I'm just trying to keep this gameplay here, all platform friendly. Yep, this field's almost done. We can go see what 38 looks pretty big. We might be on that one for... No, we just got on 38, didn't we? We got 35 to go do next. Which, I think it's off over this way. We'll fold up this. Let me see if we can get out over here. I think we can. So we'll follow this road over. I want to go to 35. See, like this field here, it has all this grass right here. You could take and mow that grass and bale it up into silage bales if you owned it. So that's what I mean by going and doing around your fields and stuff like that. Now, I don't think that mowing that, and I think it has a little bit different. It depends on the season, I think. See, 35 is off over this way. So we'll just on the other side of this building here, I think, which is your cereal factory. If you're ever on Elm Creek, you want to catch a ball game, there's Ball Diamond right there. A lot of detail went into that. It's pretty impressive. So, and 35 is that white field right there, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and get our headlands cut in. I don't know why they got it limed already. I usually wait to line my fields until right before I plant. But I guess I got it out of the way now. Birds, they're active today. So, like I said, I don't know how many more contracts we're gonna do. We're hitting about our 2-hour mark here today. I'll probably speed up time a lot after this, because I want to get through January and into February before next stream, before tomorrow. One of these days we'll do a 2-day. That way the stream will be done. We'll wrap this series up on Friday morning. That'll be the last on Elm Creek. And then we'll go into the Michigan map next week. Is what my game plan is. Like I said, I might do fiddle far around with the construction map a little bit, do a little video on it. So if anybody has any ideas on anything they want to see or anything to do, just feel free to send me a message. You can email me, or you can message me on Messenger, or you can even leave a message on my Facebook or YouTube channel here. Just leave a comment below and we'll get you taken care of somehow, some way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do 2 headlands on this one. What I might do is I like doing this. These small fields, you can do this and knock them out pretty decent. So I still don't understand why the lime's already down on it. But like I said, normally I don't line my fields until I get ready to plant. They must wanted the lime to get worked into the dirt. But usually your planter will do that for you. So I don't understand why they did that. I did see something the other night, on Saturday night. Driver 53 was using a contract mod on his where, and I haven't done too much research into it yet, but you can get like contracts where you supply something and you get a pretty good decent amount off of it, looked like. But it looked like a little bit more work than, I think it was like a supply and demand type of contract, where you supply somebody with so much, like barley or something like that, you have to farm it yourself. You'll farm it or produce it and then take it to them. So I know in FS19 you used to be able to do supply contracts where you just take and haul stuff all the time. That was a good money maker there. I like doing those a lot. My favorite contracts are fertilizing and harvesting. The seeding and cultivating and stuff like that, I do that just to keep my contracts coming in. So don't ever see too many lime contracts though. So if they had lime contracts and we were doing them, we would have to turn on the rock picking mod so you could collect all these rocks so we can produce some lime and make some money off of them. We might have time to do one or two more contracts here. Just want to hit our 2-hour mark on the stream. Whoa, 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 whoa. You give this John Deere some gas. She wants to go. She wants to go to work. Which our contract work will probably be done for the day after this one, I'm gonna guess. We can do more contract work tomorrow if we need to. If we don't have much going on, we should have a lot going on. We should have a field to mow tomorrow. I might end up selling off that extra bale trailer that we have. We haven't used it yet, so I don't think we'll probably ever get into having to use it. Now, if I sell it, knowing my luck, we'll need to use it tomorrow or one day. But I think we'll be fine. That was a bonehead thing. I clicked on it too much and got too many of them at once. It's never been used, so we should get a good price for it. You know, in contract work too, like I said, it gets you a little bit of money here and there, but you know, if you do it the right way, it'll help you out. And the way I look at it is, if I can get an extra $20,000 a day or a month, however you want to put it, I think that's a good way to do things. A lot of people don't like doing the cultivating contracts and the plowing contracts and stuff like that, but you know, like I said earlier, if you do 10 contracts of plowing, it only takes you 2 hours and you only spend $100 in gas and you get $400 per field, and you did 10 of them, that's $4,000, and you're probably banking like $3,500 off of that. And we don't have a lot of land and a lot of upkeep, so therefore that pays for your land, and you're probably going to end up profiting $1,200. So like I was saying, contract work does pay off sometimes. I use it as a last resort just because of the time consumption of it. It takes you away from doing other things. But if you don't have nothing to do on your farm, then your tractors are just sitting there collecting dust and not making any money. So in your first couple years, until your farm gets real big, contract work is a good way to make some extra cash. And that's why it's number 4 on my list of ways to make cash. You know, I only have 4 easy ways to make money by playing the game, and First one's grass work. Second one is logging. Third is animals, and fourth is contracts. So when you're first starting off, them 4 things right there will help you out in getting a little extra cash. Now our contract's finished on this field, so we'll finish this strip up and we will go collect some money, and we'll see how much money we have after doing these 3 contracts. So we haven't done too bad to date. Now, like I said, if you get into the bigger contracts, you'll make a little bit more money. But the big thing with those is sometimes, excuse me, you have to, how do I want to say it? You want to use workers, because they'll help you out and get them done. And you can utilize workers right now all you want. It just costs you a little bit of money, and it seems like workers cost more money. I don't know if they fixed that yet or not. Somebody told me yesterday that they did. But I don't think they have yet. So let's go into our contract menu since we're all done here. Which, right here. Excuse me. We got 3 contracts to collect. We got that one, just 2,000. That one here's our big one. So we made almost a little over 10, maybe $11,000 off them 3 fields. Man, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So, with that being all said, let's go in and check out what we made off a contract today. Down here a little ways. Sold products. We haven't sold any products yet today. Not right here. Contract income. We made $13,000 off our contract work today. So that's an extra $13,000 that we've made. We're still on the positives. We're at $8,000 is what we've made so far for the day, and that brings our grand total to $129,000. So we'll take the tractor and the field call. Right, you don't get rid of the send the field cultivator back yet, because we might be able to do some more cultivating. I don't think we'll have time on this stream to do it, because I'd like to wrap up around the 2.5-3 hour mark. It gives us about 20-30 minutes, about half an hour to get our silage bales sold off, and I'm going to speed time up a little bit. We'll bump her up to 10 for right now. Just in case you don't know how to do the speeding your time up, you just hit 7 and 8 on your keyboard. 8 goes up, 7 goes down. That's a helpful thing to know. That way, if you're doing a lot of field work and stuff like that, and it's a bigger field, and you know it's going to take you a little while to do it, you can slow the time down so you don't waste a lot of time there in that one field. I think maybe one of these times I might even play with traffic on, but I don't really like the traffic. Especially on this map, these guys are like kamikaze drivers. They get in a vehicle and they just want to take you out, it seems like. Yeah, you'll be sitting on the side of the road waiting to pull out, and they'll just swerve over and hit you. But there's Mrs. Bonehead's grocery store right there. She's got her up and looking good over there. Got a laundromat right there. I didn't know there was a laundromat on this map. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll go in here. We'll take Big Deer. middle of our little yard here. We'll drop off the cultivator. Oh, there's a little deer. So we'll just leave them two there, and we'll go get in little deer, and we'll go ahead and check our silage bales, see what status they're in. I'm gonna hook up to the mower, and so we can go over and mow our one little area there. I'm wondering something. I'll just leave it on the front. We'll go over and check our silage bales, see if they're ready to sell. If they're ready to sell, we'll go ahead and haul them over to the BGA, sell them off. So that's done and out of the way. I hooked up to that. So our grass field's doing pretty good here. Might make a good little chunk of change off these silage bales. I'm hoping. Oh, I never did check them out, did I? Here, let's jump out real quick. That's why I like having traffic off too. They're still at, some of them, they got a little ways to go yet. We'll just go ahead and put this right here at the house here, because I won't be mowing up there around that house any. And we'll let them sit and, oh, took out that sign. We'll leave these parked right here for right now. And we'll unfold our mower. We'll get started on some mowing here. Maybe by the time we're done mowing all this wild grass, them bales will be done. I guess it ain't noon yet. I got to jump the gun a little bit, I guess, on that, on them silage bales. Drop that down, turn her on, and let's go. Get some mowing done today. Why ain't we mowing? Do I not own that right there? I thought I did. Oh, they're starting to mow. Must not own all that. I thought I bought all that. That came with this. And some people like keeping around their fields nice and clean. So this is a good way to do that. I knew we owned all this right here. I'm just going to go straight across like that. I'm not going to go around the field. Well, I'm going to mow there, but I'm just going to go up straight here. And we'll make a cut off right down into here. Make a straight run here. Hopefully we can get like 5 or 6 bales off of this. That'll give us a little bit of an income tomorrow. We should have some more lettuce and some more honey. Still haven't got our first pallet of eggs yet, so. But that should come. We should get a pallet of eggs by the end of the year, I would think. All this area right here isn't ours. I thought it was. That's the case. Let's see. It says it's ours. I don't understand why it won't let us mow it. Oh, I did go close to that fence. There is a little... Okay, I see now. So maybe that ain't ours all the way there. We might have a little... Yeah, see, that's where it starts in at. Okay. And you won't get a lot off this wild grass, but you'll get some, and that just kind of fill in that empty gap. that you're missing for that day. Go ahead and raise up our mower. Need to come in here and clean them trees up right there too. In the winter time, that's, like I said earlier, that's a good thing for the winter time, is doing some cleanup around your farm and stuff like that. If you want to get rid of some trees, make some dirt paths, or even build some buildings, put some more buildings on your farm. You know, November, December, January, February. Them are some good months to do that in. And I'm thinking right here is the cutoff for that. Yep, that's what I thought. So we'll make our little mow line right through here so we know where we don't get any more grass from. You know, like I said, I'm hoping we get, I don't know, 5 or 6 bales. Maybe. Yeah, 6 would be great. I kind of want to wrap it upstream here in about 10 minutes, I think. So we might not get this baled on stream today, but I will come back on and finish up all the work later on this afternoon. I got an appointment to go to at 2, so might come in. It won't take too long to finish up this day. Probably going to end up having to finish mowing, bale this all up, and go sell off our silage bales later. So I'm going to have to raise this up. I'd like to keep going a little bit longer, but like I said, I got an appointment at 2 o'clock I got to go to today. So we'll take Little Deer back down to the farm. We'll leave our silage bales right there for right now. What I will do is I'm going to go ahead and go into the store menu and sell off the other bale trailer, because it's 3 months and we've not even used it yet. So I will get rid of that one. Doesn't look like, no, we don't have a lot of honey there. Our eggs probably ain't even no more than, and we still only got the one thing eggs. So we'll park Little Deer here right now. What we'll do is we'll go into our garage and our bale trailers. Just gotta be kind of careful which one. I know what I'll do, so I don't sell off the wrong one on accident. We'll go hook up. We'll take since the one bale trailer is already down at the store, we'll just go over and sell it off. Little Deer will probably need some repairs. Yeah, it's alright right now. It did turn yellowish. I like repairing when my tractors get into the yellowish area. But I'm going to try holding off on repairing the tractors during the winter. I don't want to repair them right now. That's a little unnecessary money that we have to spend. Big Deer should be doing fine. We haven't used it too much this winter. So we'll go down here, like I said, sell off the other wagon. See what we can get out of it. We haven't even used it yet. We haven't even hooked up to it, so we should get a pretty decent amount for it. hook up to that bad boy. We'll take it off over here, getting it sold off. I'll detach from, oh, wrong button. Detach from it. Get out a little deer. I don't need a chainsaw. Over here. So it says they're going to give us $44,000 for it. We'll go ahead and sell that one off. Okay, so there we go. We'll go check the other bales, or silage bales. I want to get everything sold off before I should quit my stream here. I might speed up time a little bit more. We'll jump her up to 15 times. And run down here and see if these bales are ready to sell off. I said I thought they'd be ready around noon. It's almost noon now. And plus all the coffee's gone. So last thing we'll probably do on stream is sell these bales off. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but see the little flaps flapping in the wind as you drive? That's kind of cool detail, I think. Alright, little deer. Sit there. Go over here and check out these bales. 94. Well, let's get these. We'll speed up time a little more. Take her up to 30. These bales in the front are the first ones that we did, so as soon as they decide that they're going to be done, we'll speed time up some here. And we'll see where we're at. 98. Might take it into after lunch. 99. Nope. There they go. Alright, so now I'll slow time back down to 5. And all our bales here should be ready. No, what the heck is going on here? 98, 98. Huh. Okay, so we'll speed up time a little bit more. Maybe we'll go into... Alright, so... that should be good. Let's see. 99. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Okay, so it looks like they're all ready to sell. So we'll go sell them off real quick. Go in here and check out, see where the best place is to sell off some silage. Here. It says the animal dealer 580 and going down. But the biogas plant is at 571 and staying fluctuated there. We'll take a $9 cut. I don't want to drive all the way to the animal dealer. Well, we might go ahead and do that. Where's the animal dealer at? Pull up my map. Zoom out. Look for a little flashing thing. Oh, I ain't too far away, so we'll go ahead and take them to the animal dealer. I'm going to drop time down just so I don't lose that price. Now our other silage bales, we only got $400 every 1,000 liters, so we should get a little bit more money. We got 19 bales on here. This should put us over the $200,000 mark. So we'll take little deer down there, sell them off, and that's probably where we will call it a day here on this stream, is after we get rid of these bales. Been a pretty productive day, not too bad. And these silage bales here are the ones that we created, the fields that we created and we purchased. So we put them two fields together and we planted grass in there. So if I could have planted grass in the third field, I probably would have, but we couldn't. It wasn't time for grass to be planted at that time. But we have 2 grass fields up and going. This is our larger one, and hopefully in another 2 months we should have, in March we should be able to harvest the grass out of from this too. So, which that should come Wednesday. Tomorrow we should be able to do the fields in front of our farm, our front fields. And we should be able to sell off whatever we get off that one little waterway. And another thing to do too, if you want to make some extra cash with grass work, is you can, well, I'll explain that here at the end a little bit better. That way you can kind of see me and understand what I'm saying. I do a lot of time adjusting a lot in my farming. I do that just to help out get things done, because I like keeping a schedule. And it's how my real life business is stayed afloat, I would say, is time management. Alright, so now we'll unload. See how much we get. Oh, there they go. That put us over the 200. We got about 28,000, a little over, almost 30,000 for that. So that put us at 203,000 for the day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go in and pause the game real quick here. That way we know it's paused, and I'm going to switch over to another screen here for us. Put my little beanie hat that I have on. Alright, so this is what we got today. We have done some contract work, which we made a little bit of money off of, which I come in here to our money screen. Right now, well, this has been the best day that we've had. We made $82,000 today is what our total profit's been brought in. That's a really good day. Anything over, our goal is to try getting over 25,000 a day. That way at the end of the year we could be close to between 250 and 500,000 for our farm being made for the year. We're sitting at $203,254. Now I did bring up something a little bit before. You can go in and make a little extra money off of grass work by going in and if you look at your map, which will be over here, if you look at your map and you look for like little areas like this, you know, in between the roads, around the fields and stuff like that, sometimes on some maps they will have that where you can buy that, and sometimes it's not very expensive. I don't know how it is on this map here, but we'll just check into that area right here. So look, this little area right there won't let me buy it because I gotta buy that. You'd have to buy that whole field right there to get that little area. But sometimes there is some areas that you can buy that, well, say like this area right here. Well, you gotta buy that little field. So on this map it isn't as beneficial, but on other maps you can do that. You can buy little grass areas and just mow them and bale them up in the silage bales and make yourself a little extra cash. As you've seen with 14 barrels today, we made $30,000. The other day we made $30,000 with 12 barrels. So silage is a good money maker for you when you're first getting started off So that's why it's number one on my list. I always shoot for silage. Sometimes I don't do bales. I do your silage bunkers. They'll make just as much money for you. You just have to spend a little bit more money. It's about the same on both types of equipment, but you have to get something to pick it up out of there, and it can be time consuming because like right now, there's not really a lot of things out there that we can use to get silage out. You can use a belt system, and that gets kind of expensive. So, but back to our money situation for the day. We have done really good today. Today has probably been one of our better months. So, with that being said, you just got to keep at it. You know, keep going. Do what you can to bring some money in. We did, our biggest income was selling off that little trailer that we had, but you know, we wasn't using it, so it brought in a little bit of money for us. So our vehicle running cost for the day was only $3, or leasing is $3,000. So before I go into the next month, I'll go ahead and get rid of that field cultivator. That way we ain't spending a lot of money on that. I'm gonna go ahead and go in here and save our game right here. I will come back on later on today and finish January out, and so tomorrow when we start our stream, we'll be in February. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys all for coming in and watching. If you're watching this after I've streamed, feel free to hit that like button. That keeps us up and going and let you know I'm around. If you like what you see and you want to see more of the content, hit subscribe and hit the little bell. That'll let you know whenever I post anything, any of my how-to videos or anything else like that. And once again, thanks Big E for being a big supporter. I appreciate everything. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good day and good night.